What's up, Mike? Getting everything written out, getting ready to go. Got some new lights in here. It looks a little brighter. Last week, this thing looked dim. Look, I was breaking in a cave, not a man cave. It's cold in my neck of the woods. Weather's horrible. Yesterday it wasn't supposed to rain. It rained. Shit. I can't stop. It'll be another short one tonight. We might do one live still because I cannot kick this cold. It is winning. As if you were crying. It's horrible. Dayquil's working a little slow. All right, just got a couple more here. We'll get this show on the road. That's let me see. Tuesday, it was 55 degrees. My son and I went golfing. It was windy as could be. I mean, it was not ideal golfing temperature or golfing weather with all the wind. When you're facing into it, it was blowing like 25 or 30 when you were hitting into it. It sucked. Oh, it was great. We've actually found a way to go at least once a week the last, I think, 3 weeks. We haven't had great weather, but for some reason it's like the universe gives us one day a week we can golf. And this week we went Tuesday, and it looks like next week we've got a shot on Friday. 42 degrees. The golf course said they will open anytime it's above 40, but I don't know if I'll go until it gets to 50. We're not good. We do it for fun. It's basically we're trying to get good enough that we shock people. When my son and I are both like, we're thinking like if we go every week during the winter, then in the spring people are going to be like, holy cow, you guys are a lot better, that kind of thing. We would need at some point to start getting better for that to happen. We're hoping that, next time's the time we'll look better. I hadn't played. Oh, I'm loving it. I've already got retirement planned out. Well, honestly, I'm in construction, so my retirement is like there's a big party for construction guys when they retire. It's called their funeral, and that'll probably be me. But if not, I've got a plan. Every day, I'm going to either choose to go fishing or golfing in the morning, and then afternoon, I'm going to do the one I didn't do in the morning. That's my retirement plan if I actually get to retire. I can find the joy in not even playing well. My son, who is a far better athlete than I ever was, he's not used to being so bad at something. And he loses his mind. And then he gets one good shot, and all of a sudden everything's all forgiven, and his life is great. I beat him by 20 strokes on Tuesday, and he was so irritated in the first on the front nine that I actually beat him by 22 strokes on the front nine. That's exactly what it is for him, and I keep explaining to him he doesn't remember when he was a little boy and sucked at baseball. I remember. I had to watch it. And this one's Al, San Fran, Minnesota, New England, and Tampa Bay. And so he just thinks he was born good at it. He doesn't realize it took time to get good at everything he's done. It's just been so long ago that he tried something new. Jesse, Cincinnati, Detroit. But in the back nine, we had he got mad, and we had a come to Jesus moment. He settled down in the back nine and actually beat me by 2 strokes. Dave, Cleveland, Kansas City. So hopefully from now on when we'll go, he can calm down just a little bit. Al, Pittsburgh, Arizona. Nathan, Seattle, Rams. Dave, Chargers and Colts, New Orleans, Carolina. Dave, you also had the Jets. Get the Giants. Tyler, Green Bay and Vegas. Denver and Tennessee. Mike, Baltimore. Washington. Jesse, Chicago. Houston. Vlad, Philly and Buffalo. Jacksonville, Miami. Bill, Dallas, and Atlanta. He hasn't broke a club on a tree yet, but he definitely threw his pitching wedge about 10 yards further than he hit the ball on one hole. I haven't thrown mine yet. Well, if I was his age, I might have thrown it. He got his clubs for his birthday, so he's never had to buy a club. Once you pay for them, you realize throwing them is not the best idea. But if it hit me, if I was bad enough with it and I blamed it on the club, I could see me wrapping one around a tree pretty quickly. All right, tonight's number 7. We're going times 7. It'd been 20 years since I played, and I forgot how fun it was. I hit balls out in my side yard all the time. We have our own, we call it our driving range. We got about, it's kind of at an angle onto the other person's property, but it goes from about 270 out to like 370 yards. Obviously, we're not hitting at 370, but we hit out there all the time. And I've been hitting out there for years. It's just a stress relief. This year, he wanted to go, and so we went golfing and kind of hooked. He quits 4 times every time we go. Says it's the last time he's ever gone golfing. On the way home, I'll always ask him if he wants to go again tomorrow, and he's like, yeah, if the weather's good. Moody. 6 and 7. First break, we're going box 52 if it's there. Man, it's harder to see him in this new setup. I'm going to start doing something a little different. I need this thing set up like this, but making it harder. Let's see, 52. $52 is not there. Let's hit it one more time. 48. 976 50. 48. 48's there. Box 48. There it is. I'll tell you what, I think I've went through 5 or 6 new drivers since I started playing. I figure the reason I hit the ball so crappy's got to be the driver's fault. I'll eventually find one that adds 40 yards to my swing. All right, guys, box 48. Good luck. Cincy. Jesse had the Bengals. All right, Jesse, let's see what you got. Bengals Classic Speed. Beckett and player authenticated. One earpiece in there. Oh, other one's on the top. Both the earpieces are in there. The shirt? Oh, yeah. Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs. Gotta love it. Beckett authenticated. There it is. Nice hit, Jesse. The All-Pro. Second straight year. Pitter patter. Jamar Chase. Nice hit, Jesse. I love Shorzy. Letterkenny. It's just great. Great TV. Nice hit, Jesse. Jamar Chase on the Classic Speed. All right, let's get to break number 2. They are all filled tonight. We'll try one live fill if there's enough interest. If not, we'll call it a day. Chicago Jets. Do you really? Before or after the show? You might be more of a super fan than I am. I wear the clothes. I don't get the ink. If anybody hasn't watched Letterkenny, it's on Hulu. It's a Canadian show. And I'll be honest, I don't think there's ever been a funnier television show created. I can't really tell you what it's about other than some friends. It is hilarious. I guess it's kind of like Friends. There's Wayne and Derry and Squirrely Dan. Can't think of Wayne's sister's name, but then there's two hockey players. There's some skids. The skids are just I don't know. We just called them weird when I was in school. But I don't know. They're all friends. It's great. Just good freaking TV. And then Shoresy is about one of the characters from Letterkenny. It's a spinoff. Goes to Sudbury to play for the Bulldogs in what was it? The no-show league. I think they said it was whale shit hockey is the way they described it. But it was, I don't know. It's fantastic. All right, break number 2. We got Jesse with Cincy, Vegas, and Chicago, Buffalo, Tennessee, and Seattle. Dave, Jets, Browns, and Chargers, Falcons, Panthers, Cardinals. Bill, Niners, Giants. Dave, Indy, Houston. Man, Pittsburgh and Houston was a pretty good game in that first half. Bill, Dallas, Minnesota. Went under the bar. New Orleans and New England. Pretty decent round of playoffs. Tyler, Pittsburgh, Denver. I think right now I'm going with Denver and Seattle in the Super Bowl. Al, Rams, Dolphins, and Packers. Chiefs, Commanders, and Lions. Vlad, Philly, Tampa Bay. And Mike closes with Baltimore. Get Jacksonville. And in the game on Monday, I think Indiana is going to beat Miami by at least 20. Who would have ever thought Indiana could be anyone's choice outside of the state of Indiana for the national championship in football? All right, we got Jesse, Cincy, Buffalo, Vegas, Tennessee, Chicago, and Seattle. Dave, Jets, Browns, Chargers, Falcons, Panthers, Cardinals. Bill, San Fran, and the Giants. Dave, Indy, Houston. Bill, Dallas, Minnesota, New Orleans, New England. Tyler, Pittsburgh, and Denver. Al, Rams, Chiefs, Dolphins, Commanders, Packers, and Lions. Vlad, Philly, Tampa Bay. And Mike, Baltimore, and Jacksonville. Indiana and the national title game. That is freaking crazy. I didn't like the playoff format. I'm not going to lie. I would have, at this point, I would have much rather saw Miami in there than Notre Dame, although I think Miami definitely deserved it. But I didn't like letting in Tulane and James Madison. I don't understand putting teams in there that probably stand little to no chance of winning a game and leaving teams like Notre Dame who would roll those two teams out. 7, we got box 85. 85. Let's see if we got it. do not have an 85. Hit it one more time. 106. Got it. We're right here now. I put all my Buckeye helmets on my shelves. I don't know. Up there, Steelers through Buckeyes. Anyway, you get the point. I did a Zoom call at work this week, and one guy was like, he was like, holy shit, who's got the Adam Schefter backdrop? I thought it was kind of cool. He was jealous. All right, guys, box 106. Good luck. Thinking about making YouTube videos, TikToks, and stuff like that. Got to see if I'm photogenic enough to be on camera. Do not think I am. Then I watch YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, realize those guys aren't good enough looking to be on there either. All right, guys, here we go. That is an STS Indianapolis, folks. I love this STS. That is awesome. Cool brown color, which is kind of weird. Brown's not usually cool. Radkey authenticated both earpieces. Indy was, almost forgot, Dave. Dave had Indy. Al knows it's Edge. Edgerrin James, awesome hit. Congratulations, Dave. Two offensive players. Edgerrin James and Jamar Chase. I do too. I don't have any of the Steelers in the new STS. Man, I don't. My PC is probably a lot smaller than most of yours because I've got a Ram helmet in my PC. It's one I won from Al. It's Jerome Bettis on the Rams. That sucker's staying put. You're welcome, Dave. Awesome hit. I've got a Peyton Manning, a Lawrence Taylor with the bad motherfucker inscription. I don't keep a whole lot of non-Steelers and Buckeyes in my PC, but I love that new STS. My Peyton Manning is the 3.0 STS. That's the one I kept from him. I always have a Peyton. Just think Peyton's awesome. And I've got some baseball stuff. It's weird. I'm a Reds fan, but I don't have a whole lot of Reds stuff. I've got baseball bats, an awesome Ted Williams picture, Stan Musial picture, some Tony Gwynn stuff. I'm a picky PC. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to have that, Al. Let me know if you're looking for something. I don't have a Jack Sawyer, Pittsburgh, or Ohio State. Yep, he was Ohio State. I've been looking for the Ohio State, and I just haven't found any. I don't know if he didn't sign a lot of helmets when he was with Buckeye. I don't know. Maybe the guy's concentrating on football. He had a pretty solid rookie year. Chrome bats? No. I'll be honest. I'm not a huge fan of the chrome bats. I'll hang my bat collection up one time. I've got an Albert Pujols. It's like I think it's Mizuno, like the bat he used. And then I've got just regular blonde bats, and I think one black bat. I think it's one black. I can see it from here. Yeah, I've got one black bat in there, but it doesn't really fit in my display. So if I can get a different player on a blonde bat, I'll put it in there. I just like the basic blonde bats. Kind of weird. All right, this was the third break we filled. After this, we'll do another one box. It's Thursday. Thursday's all one boxers. So we'll do a one box live fill after this and probably call it. We got Dave, Cleveland, Jets and Colts, Giants, Bills, and Commanders. I've got a bunch of baseballs too, but I haven't bought anything to display them. Vlad, San Francisco and the Chargers, Detroit and New England. I want to put together a new baseball series to do, but it's going slowly. Bill, Dallas, Minnesota, and Chicago. Jacksonville, Tennessee, and Denver. I'm looking for different stuff than what you can get easily. Like I showed you that Cal Ripken plate, the home plate, not a collector's plate, not a whatever that mint is. Mike, Baltimore, Atlanta. Just looking for some, I guess, premium stuff in my opinion. Nathan, Seattle, Miami. I was looking at Wheaties boxes the other day, autographed Wheaties boxes. I like them. Bill, Cincy, Houston. Tyler, Pittsburgh and Vegas. Kansas City and New Orleans. I got to watch having ball bats in this house. They'll end up, it'll be like freaking the Sandlot. Somebody will take them out and hit baseballs with them. Al, Rams, Bucks, and Packers. Philly, Arizona, and Carolina. Kyle Schwarber's dad gave my oldest son one of Kyle's bats. It wasn't a college or major league used bat, but it was a high school used bat. And I told my kid, I was like, take care of that, put it up. It's pretty cool. Not a lot of people could have Kyle Schwarber's high school bat. Well, about 2 weeks later, he was in a wood bat tournament. Went right up to bat with it. I remember there was a kid throwing pretty good heat. He fouled one right below the taper, snapped that sucker right in half. He told all of his teammates that, it was a Kyle Schwarber used bat, so he was going to hit a Schwarber bomb is what I think he was thinking, but instead he broke the bat on his first swing. That's my house. Like autographed balls, I have to hide them because I'm not too worried about balls. We've got a million baseballs, but if they found a bat and had a wood bat tournament, 74, I can almost guarantee you my kids wouldn't care if it was autographed or whatever. Randomized 7 times. Box 74, I can see it over there. I know my boys. They'd say, what's the use in having a bat if you can't swing it? Schwarber on the back, nice. I've got a bunch of cards that he signed. My kids have hats that he signed for them and cards. But the only thing I've got authenticated, I bought a bat, and 1 year on Father's Day, I gave myself a Hit Parade baseball jersey, and it was Kyle Schwarber. I was ecstatic. I loved it. All right, guys, box 74. I saw him a month or so ago. I didn't really talk to him too much about signings, but I'll tell you what, just him telling me the stuff that he's been doing, I don't think he's going to be doing signings. He's got 2 kids, maybe 3 by now. His wife was pregnant, but so he's busy. All right. Here we go. Miami, the Dolphins. Nathan had Miami in this one. The Dolphins will make anybody else think of Darius Rucker, Hootie and the Blowfish. Every time I pull a Dolphin, I think of Hootie. This one is Fanatics authenticated. Both earpieces are in. This wide receiver. That's going to be Jalen Waddle. Isn't that kind of weird? Got a cursive J, and then he writes out Waddle. I wonder if he had a Happy Gilmore moment where he couldn't remember how to do a cursive W. You're welcome, Nathan. Awesome hit. Jalen Waddle. All right, guys, we're going to do one live fill. Let me get it typed in. Takes me a minute. There it is. One boxer. I could actually see him not having never learned to write in cursive. I asked my kids if they learned how to write in cursive, and both of them said they didn't do the whole alphabet in school. They only learned how to write their names in cursive. I doubt he's a whole lot older than my oldest son. Got Al, San Francisco. I never understood writing in cursive. They told us Tyler laid on San Francisco. Vlad, the Chargers. I remember him telling me in school, like once we had to learn how to write in cursive because once you got past the third grade, you could never write in regular print again. Mike, Baltimore. And then I got to the 6th or 7th grade, and they told me I didn't have to write in cursive anymore. Dave, Cleveland. So I forgot how to write in cursive. Bill, Minnesota. I would be just as hosed as Billy Madison if I had to write Rizzuto because I do not know how to make a cursive Z. Craig, Detroit. Says there are 10 of us in here plus me. I'm willing to bet maybe one of us knows a cursive Z. Nathan, Seattle. Bill, Dallas. When I started getting an interest in autographs when I was a kid, I don't know, way I signed my name, you cannot read it. Vlad, Indy. Johnny 5, Denver. I was always sure I was going to be famous and there would be people wanting my autograph. And I better get busy. Dave, Jets. Because so far in life, no one's ever asked for my autograph. My son played on a baseball team one time. Bill laid on Seattle, and I saw him signing autographs, and I was freaking jealous. I was like, that is crazy. They gave out cards for the team. It was like it's not a pro team, it's a college summer team. Al, you also got the Rams. But there he was signing autographs. He was happier to sign those autographs than he was to be on the team, I think. Bill, Cincy. And Dave, Pittsburgh to close it. We are filled. I forgot one. Pittsburgh, Cincy, Rams, Green Bay, Jets, Broncos, Colts. Oh, wait a minute. Did I skip one? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, wait. There is one more after Dave's Pittsburgh. Al got Tampa Bay. I left 11 off the list. Got to get Elle on there. Hope everybody watched Stranger Things. A lot of people are not happy with the end. I enjoyed it. Thought it was good. Wasn't great. It was good. You can't remember it either? Yeah, I got it, guys. Sorry, Mark. It closed. It closed. All right, this will be the only live fill tonight. I think heard my wife go outside. She's in the hot tub. She's gonna want to go to bed soon. So, me too. Al, San Francisco, Miami. I do have a bunch of headliners to put back in, so we should be looking good for Saturday. Vlad, Chargers, Raiders. Mike, Baltimore, Carolina. Dave, Cleveland, Atlanta. Bill, Minnesota, Washington. Al, are your golf courses closed for the winter, or do they open if it gets warmer? Being in Utah, does it get warm? Craig, Detroit, Arizona. Always kind of wondered. Nathan, Seattle, Philly. I know they had a Winter Olympics in Utah, but I don't know how the weather is there. Bill, Dallas, Chicago. Vlad, Indy, New Orleans. Johnny 5, Denver, and the Giants. Dave, the Jets, Houston. Al, Green Bay and the Rams. Tennessee and Buffalo. Bill, Cincy, Jacksonville. When I was a kid, we had a golf course 5 minutes from where I live. Dave, Pittsburgh, Kansas City. But the guy who owned it, there was two of them, a father and son. Al, Tampa Bay to close in New England. He was a jackass to people, and people quit going to the course, and it got repossessed. It was kind of crazy. And now it's a field. It gets farmed. Al, San Francisco, Miami. Vlad, Chargers and Raiders. Mike, Baltimore, Carolina. Dave, Cleveland, Atlanta. Bill, Minnesota, Washington. Craig, Detroit, Arizona. Nathan, Seattle, Philly. Bill, Dallas, Chicago. Vlad, Indy, New Orleans. Johnny 5, Denver and the Giants. Dave, Jets, Houston. Al, Green Bay, Tennessee, Rams and Bills. Bill, Cincy, Jacksonville. Dave, Pittsburgh, Kansas City. And Al, Tampa Bay and New England. Oh, good grief. All right, here we go. 7 times. Six. And number 7. We're going 203. Can't see that far. 7, 1, 4, 2, 5. 203 is not there. Not there. Let's hit it again. 53. Did we just do 53? 54, 51, 50, 46, 47, 49, 61, 55, 59, 58, 62, 60, 54. We might have done 53. A May, Anna Bowers. Nice. Nice. Drake May. Man, his stuff is expensive. Box 2. We got that. Anna Bowers. Dang. That's a pretty sweet deal. kind of interesting AFC Championship game. Yeah, May's going crazy. I'm having issues finding him affordable enough to put in here. Have Drake May and Bo Nix in the championship game. That'd be awesome. Young quarterbacks taking over. All right, guys. Minnesota. The Vikings. Who had Minnesota? Bill. Bill had the Vikings. This one is SSM. I'm not real familiar with him, but I felt it was good. I hope you trust me. I think it's good. And it is a guy that I forgot. Let me see if I can find that name. That is, I've got that written down as a Carter. Let me see. There's no way I can see that. You're welcome, Bill. That is a Carter. Let me see if I can find that name for you. It's horrible. I can't see the letters on it to type it in. It doesn't have a Anthony Carter. It's 55, number 55. Anthony Barr. I'm guessing Johnny 5 is right. Oh, it's Barr. I believe you. I definitely believe you. Anthony Barr. It's the first time I've had Anthony Barr. He was a linebacker, obviously, number 55. Oh, he spent quite a few years in Minnesota, didn't he? Oh, 4-time Pro Bowler. Tim Big Al credit for the guess. Nice. Anthony Barr. There you go, Bill. Oh, that's right. I do remember that. Rogers is our guy now, right, Al? You know, your Packer guy, my Steeler. Although, I got to be honest, I'm kind of hoping he doesn't come back next year. All right, there we go, guys. We had Jamar Chase, Edgerrin James, Jalen Waddle, and Anthony Barr. I think it's time for Rodgers to hang him up. I don't know if Mark's still here, but he remembers when kind of a similar thing when Kemon von Oelhoffen got blocked into Carson Palmer, and a lot of Bengal fans felt that he dove at his knee when it was pretty clear that the right guard had shoved. Or was it left? It was left guard had shoved von Oelhoffen from behind, blocking the back even, took out Carson Palmer's leg in a playoff game. I don't think Carson Palmer was ever the same. I think if they'd have called that right, instead of giving the 50-yard completion, it would have been a penalty for the block in the back. So, you know, I think Steelers probably still beat him. Anthony Barr's not a guy you've seen? First one I've had. Johnny 5's willing to trade. Let me know if you guys work it out. I'll send it his way. I like the silver ink on the purple. It looks good. I mean, you can see that, like, from that distance. It's about 4 feet right there across the table. And that silver, it pops where Jalen Waddle is in black, and you can barely see it. Just kind of, I don't know, a little different. All right, guys. I am going to get off of here and get ready to go to bed. I'm going to take some ZzzQuil. Hopefully by Saturday, I'll quit sniffing. I guess since you can't see my face, I could just let it run down, but that'd be gross. I don't know. All right, guys. I appreciate the feels. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know I did. I will be back on Saturday. I hope you will too. See you then.